Welcome back to my channel. Today we have February's BoxyCharm and Ipsy. If you are new to my channel, the second half of this video, I will be giving a full review on the products in both boxes after a 5-day wear test. Let's go ahead and get into our BoxyCharm. Alright, so this month BoxyCharm did not put a card with the theme and the prices and the details, but they did send it in an email, so I probably won't be reading it in this video, but I will have the items, prices, and so forth listed as I always do, so you know the price of each and every item. First item we got here is Evo Skin Aurora Refreshing Cleansing Hemp Wipes. Okay, let's see if it says anything here. It says Aurora Cannabis is one of the world's largest cannabis companies and is defining the future of cannabis worldwide. The Aurora certified label ensures quality, thoughtfully curated with Evo to provide a unique hemp-based product. The Aurora certified cannabis stevia oil hemp used in all collaborative Evo Skin and Aurora products is 100% grown in Canada. As with Aurora products, you can trust that these are lab tested and have received the Aurora seal of approval. This is a natural, vegan, conscious, cruelty-free, gluten-free, paraben-free, toxic-free, and is good for all skin types. So that is what the package says on that. I have to admit, I'm not super excited about having wipes in my BoxyCharm. I do use them a lot, so I am happy to have them because I will use them, but it's just not something I get excited about in a beauty box. Next we have Seat London Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. Now, when I did see this originally in the box, I wasn't super excited because I thought, okay, I already have a Seat London setting powder. But then I looked at the box and I realized this is coconut. My other one is not coconut, so this is something different, and it does smell lovely. It has a faint, kind of sweet smell. Maybe it's coconuts, I don't know. But it does smell lovely, and I am really excited about using this. Next, we have the Alamar brushes. These are clearly face ones. I don't have anything to read, so I'm not really telling you anything about it. They do feel soft. They do feel lovely. I do like the gold handles, and they don't feel cheap, because sometimes they do, but I wouldn't say they're ridiculously heavily, but they have a nice weight to them. Yeah, and they also, on the back side, tell you what they're for, which I appreciate greatly because I would not know what to use because that's just the way I am. So this one's the bronzer brush, this one's the complexion brush, and this one is the brightening brush. Next we have First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance Pads. Helps exfoliate, tone, and brighten. I normally don't use pads like this because they tend to dry out my skin a lot and kind of make it turn red. This doesn't seem to smell like it has a ton of alcohol. Let me look at the back here. Where is the ingredients? I think. Okay, I don't see ingredients on here, so maybe it's on a box somewhere, I don't know, but on here I don't see it. But it doesn't smell like it has a lot of alcohol in it, so it might be okay, but I'm going to give it a go and see how well my skin does. Last item in the box is the Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. This is in color Cashmere, and if you look at it, the color looks like it might be a little off. I put way too much on my hand, so that might be part of it. but it does look like a shade darker. And this was the item that I picked for the box. So I did pick a shade darker thinking that like summer and spring is just around the corner and it heats up pretty quickly where I live. And that usually means more sun on the skin. And I was thinking that that might be a good color for whatever, but looking at that, probably not. I'm probably gonna have to mix that with the lighter shade to make that work for my skin tone. So I actually do have this in a lighter color and it works great, but I think I'm gonna try mixing the two and see if I can get it to get a little bit closer to my actual skin tone color. Okay, so moving on to the Ipsy box, the first thing out is the card with the theme. And it looks like this card does not have any information about the products inside either. So I will be going online and making sure I provide the prices for you for the products, but they will be on the screen as they always are. The first thing we got out of the Ipsy box is some sheet mask by Sweet Chef. We've got ginger plus vitamin C fresh pressed sheet mask, beet plus vitamin A fresh pressed sheet mask, and kale vitamin B fresh pressed sheet mask. So one hydrates, one refines, and the other brightens. All things that I can appreciate. So I don't know really what else to say. I've never actually tried this brand and I'm kind of excited. I go through sheet masks really quickly, so I appreciate it when I get them in boxes because I'm gonna go through them. Next thing we got here is Wonder Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation in shade Fair. Now, I was super afraid that this might not be the right color because this was my pick and this was the only fair choice they had, so I wasn't really sure if it was going to work for my skin, but I'm looking at that and I think it will. Let me rub that in a little bit. Yeah, this will work way better than the other color selection. You see that? Much better. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. I got two foundations. I really want to explore foundations a little more than I have, which is why for both boxes, because they both had a foundation choice, I wanted to try a foundation and explore that a little bit more. Alright, so the next item we have is Il Maquillage. I'm sure I said that wrong. It is ink liner in black. So I did swatch it on my hand. I do have a little bit of a concern here because if you look at my hand, you can see how the liner is bleeding a little bit into the cracks of my hand. So that concerns me about how well it's going to wear on my eyes. But let's see how smudge proof it is. And it does seem smudge proof for the most part. I mean, there's a little bit, but it's still wet. So I think it'll stay in place. I'm just concerned about it bleeding in the initial application. Next we have Belle in Argent Lip Color in 3 Plays, number 206. And I do have to say I really love their packaging here. I think that looks really, really cool. Very, very nice. The color itself seems to be a relatively nudish brown color. So I think that's going to pair well with any eyeshadow. So I'm happy about that. And I guess we have one more cosmetic item. So let's go ahead and see what that is. Okay, so we've got a palette here from Dominic Cosmetics. And it is called Sweater Weather. These are all matte shades. We've got Sweater Weather, Fuzzy, Toasty, Cuddle, Chill, and Messy Bun. Those are the shades. I don't know if this palette's really a good fit for me, quite honestly, because you know I like shimmers and sparkles, and there is none right here. They feel nice. They apply nice on my hand, at least. The thing for me is I'm used to more pigment. It looks like these are buildable, and they'll be fine, and they'll be beautiful. It's just not what I'm used to. but I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna wear it the next 5 days and see how my feelings evolve, and I will give you my thoughts on that. Alright, so the very last item in the box is the Ipsy bag, and this is incredibly boring. I mean, it's cute, it's fine, it's not ugly, but it's boring, and they usually have some sort of cute design. But anyways, that's the bag. I will probably pass this along to somebody else anyway, but that's the bag. And that is it in my boxes. Now I'm going to go try out all the products over the next 5 days, and then I will come back with my thoughts on them. Alright, so it has been 5 days and I haven't tried everything out, of course. This is day number 5's look, so that's what you're seeing on my face. Let's go ahead and talk about Boxy Charm. So Boxy Charm had these wipes, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm still not excited about seeing face wipes in my subscription boxes. Although I will say I did use them, will use them, and I love them, and I'm gonna use them. I'm just not excited about seeing it in a subscription box. But these are good, so I don't really have any complaints about it. Did enjoy that. The next thing I had was the facial radiance pads. Now I thought these were cleansing pads because clearly wasn't reading anything, but they're really not. They're more of what does it say? Exfoliate, tone, and bright. So this is more of a toner, and it is alcohol free because again, clearly I was not reading well. I forget where it said that, but yeah, here it is. See, alcohol free. So there was nothing in it that dried out my face or irritated me, and I thought it worked really well. So I do have to say my first impression of it wasn't great, but I ended up loving it because it did nothing but wonderful things to my skin. So I do love this. The next thing I had was these brushes, and you kind of see a little product. See? You see it? No, maybe not. Anyways, I did use these brushes and I really enjoyed them. Nothing negative to say. They were soft, they were lovely, good brushes. And then there was the Seat London Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. I really love this because it had a nice faint coconut smell, and I just really enjoy the smell of coconuts. Don't know why. Maybe it's because I associate with summer and beach and stuff like that. I don't know. And I'm not even a beach person. I just like the smell of coconuts and the smell of a beach. But anyways, love this. And the last item was the foundation. Now, I've been using this foundation in a shade lighter. You can't really see it on camera. They almost look the same. But this one's more of a winter color for me. This is more of a summer color. But truth be told, I think them mixed together matches my complexion way better than one or the other. But I really love this foundation. This is probably one of my favorite foundations right now. It wears on my skin very, very well. Full coverage foundations tend to not always wear well on my skin in the winter because my skin tends to be really, really dry. But I didn't have any issues with this. I really do enjoy this. Like I said, one of my favorite. Not too oily, not too dry. It's just perfect. Wears beautifully, and yeah. So for the 5 products in the BoxyCharm box, all 5 of these right here, it is a solid 5 out of 5 for me. Moving on to the Ipsy box, there was this foundation, and I used this one more than the other because I already knew that I liked the other. And this one is also a full foundation, and I thought the applicator on this was a little weird because it's like a wand, so you just directly on your face. But I did find myself enjoying it. I think it's nice. It wore nicely. It does, it says it has no mineral oil, but it has kind of an oily feel to it. So if you have dry skin, you're going to love this. And I have super dry skin, so love it. But if your skin's a little bit oily, you might not like this foundation. But for myself, I loved it. Then there was the black eyeliner. It's black eyeliner. It wore beautifully, works beautifully. There's nothing really I can say about it other than its black eyeliner. And there was this lovely lipstick. Been wearing it, have it on today. It wears very nice, but like all true lipsticks, they do tend to feel a little bit dry during the day, so I tend to use a gloss or a topper on top, and I do have one on today because of the simple fact I just don't like my lips to feel dry ever. But as a lipstick as a whole, this is a really nice lipstick. Wears well, feels creamy, doesn't get clumpy, really nice. Then the face masks, I only used one of them. I still have the other two unopened, but of the one that I did use, I really do enjoy this. These are really nice masks, very solid, moisturize. Well, the one I used was wonderful. The last thing was this Dominic Cosmetics palette. Now the palette itself is really lovely, the beautiful colors, the colors were well, but I'm probably not going to keep this and pass it along to a friend because of the simple fact that these colors are not colors I reach for much, and I have them in other palettes. So for me, this wasn't really a great addition to my collection, but the palette itself is wonderful. Like, it wears well, it blends well, it's beautiful colors. It's just, you know, I got plenty of eyeshadows, so if I'm going to keep a palette, it's got to offer me something special, and I don't feel like this particular palette offered me anything special. So, with that said, I still think this was a great palette, just not for me. These were great. Foundation was great, lipstick was great, and eyeliner is great. So for me, I would still say this is a solid 5 out of 5, even though some things were a little, you know, even though the palette was kind of like, for me, I still think it was a beautiful palette, beautiful formula, and that's pretty much it. So that was it of my Ipsy and BoxyCharm. Let me know what your favorite products were below. If you like this video, please do not forget to like it and subscribe. Otherwise, I hope to see you in the next video.